Recently I posted a video asking you for your questions about what it's like to be an over-the-road truck driver. So let's get to those questions. On Facebook, Devin from Wisconsin asks, what are the benefits and downfalls of super singles versus dual tires? Super single tires really aren't for all trucking applications. They're primarily for long haul, over the road operations. On the positive side, super single tires means a little less weight as a result of less tire, rim, and axle hardware, which can result in some fuel savings. They also tend to ride smoother on good roads such as interstate freeways. On the downside, if you blow a tire, you just lost 25% of your tires on your drives or the trailer tandem, and you may even destroy a rim. And if you are an owner-operator, you're going to eat that cost. Of course, the solution to this is to stay on top of visually inspecting and thumping your tires during every pre-trip inspection, every fuel stop, and during each post-trip inspection at the end of your day. After checking online a little bit, I've heard some drivers swear by super singles, and I've heard some drivers say that they'd never have super singles. I've driven both, and I was okay with super singles, so long as the road was flat. I have gotten into and I was warned about this, so maybe I was looking for it. I've noticed that when you're driving on a stretch of road that has been worn in heavily, either on the freeway or on a city street or at a shipper, that's been worn in heavily with dual tires, your super singles tend to wobble left and right, trying to find a common ground. All right, on to YouTube. Mario in Portugal is thinking about moving to the United States and asks, is it hard to get a job driving truck? Well, Mario, the short answer is no. The longer answer is that you must meet certain qualifications regarding your age, physical condition, and driving record. Assuming you're interested in becoming an over-the-road trucker like I am, you must be 21 years of age to operate a commercial motor vehicle in interstate commerce, meaning driving outside the state you reside in. You must be a U.S. citizen or legal U.S. resident with a social security number. You must pass a physical exam by a U.S. Department of Transportation certified medical examiner. And 4, you'll have to provide a list of places where you've held a driver's license of any type during the previous 10 years. You can't have any major citations such as driving under the influence or reckless driving. And you'll have to study for and pass a driver's exam, a commercial motor vehicle driver's exam, and take a driving test in a commercial motor vehicle. There are additional requirements if your driving job requires you to obtain a hazardous material endorsement, a tanker endorsement, or multiple trailer endorsement. And it just occurred to me, you may need to go through a security background check also to get a, I forget what it's called, but it's a card that allows you access to ports, which I think is similar to the hazardous materials endorsement. Also on YouTube, 5555, I gotta ask, what's that all about? He has several questions, and I happen to know from my interactions with him on my YouTube channel that he is pursuing becoming an over-the-road truck driver, so he's got a lot of questions. So his first one is, there's quite a few videos, blogs, vlogs, etc. out there that talk about dishonest recruiters, companies disrespecting their drivers, unresponsive dispatchers. What are your experiences? Well, I've had a few. I've heard a few stories about recruiter lies, but I haven't experienced this myself. I suspect this problem is a combination of a few recruiters saying whatever they think they have to in order to get a new driver on board. I've heard that some recruiters have to meet quotas to get bonuses based on how many new drivers they recruit. As for companies disrespecting drivers, I have had some experience with that. Planners and dispatchers, who are often under pressure to get loads covered, sometimes don't pay enough attention to where a driver is or will be after their current load delivers, and also don't pay enough attention to drivers' available hours. Oftentimes they have access to the hours information off their electronic onboard, the computer thing that tracks your hours. Many of the planners and dispatchers have never been a truck driver and don't fully comprehend what it's like to be out on the road. On those rare occasions when I would get a new load dispatch and that just seemed impossible, I wouldn't hesitate to call my dispatcher and let him know about the problem. However, it was this type of an issue that caused me to ultimately pursue becoming an independent contractor with Schneider National, where I could book my own loads. Now if I have a problem making the load pickup or delivery on time, I was the one who created the problem, unless there's unforeseen issues such as weather, road construction, or an accident. He also asks, does your roommate drive too? No, my roommate Dennis is a retired human resources executive, never driven a truck. What routine care does Kitty need? Litter care, food, watering system? Yeah, Kitty's pretty low maintenance. I deal with his food, water, and litter box the same way I do at home. And he's got free run of the truck most of the time. How do you exercise on the road? How do you take care of your health? Well, have you seen me? I don't exercise. And I've let my health deteriorate. And I'm going to talk more about that in a future video. There really is no excuse for a driver to not get needed exercise other than laziness. I've seen many drivers at the end of their day walk laps around the truck parking area at truck stops. Some truck stops have exercise rooms with some of the same equipment you can find at a local gym. Some truck stops post maps of walking trails. Also, it's not exercise related, but it is health related. A few of the larger truck stops also have clinics with a doctor or dentist available to deal with immediate needs. And I've even visited a chiropractor at a truck stop. So there you go. Those are my answers to your questions. If you have more questions, just add them to the comments area down below. And if I get enough in a fairly short period of time, I'll create another video like this. If I just get a few, I may just tack them onto the end of other videos to give, if they're short or something. So we'll do that. I guess that's it. Please like this if you like the video, and if you like this type of video or the fact that we're driving all over the country, please subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you out on the road. Recently I posted a video asking for your questions about what you thought, blah, 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 blah.